We are here, we are in. No idea how well that would have come through, but oh well. Gonna wait a couple more minutes before getting us started. Where's my mic picking up? Hello? What is it picking up? Oh, wow, that's frick me. I suppose I'm waiting a couple more minutes. Hello? Like Twitch? What the hell, man? Well, I'm just gonna start doing stuff. Cool, that's loaded up. Why does it say offline on my OBS? Huh, right, playing Minecraft. You're kidding, I don't have enough seeds to fully do this. But hey, there's more, mature wheat over here. There we go. Might actually offline. I'm gonna count that as a crash. We should be in. Oh, is no one just... Yeah, just no one's watching at the moment, which is kind of sad. How much copper do I have? 3. I honestly don't know why I thought I had more. Anyway, time to start digging. Well, first. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Should be 2 baby sheep. Yep. Alrighty. Now, we are going to be digging a hole. Where can I start the hole? Yeah, those fields are really taking up a lot of space. I need to remove this tree anyway. So I reckon I'll diggy hole where the tree is. I need blocks to pillar up. Ow. There we go. Well, I think that's all the logs. Yeah, here's a good spot to just dig. But I also want to still make it pretty. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I do need to do this outer ring. Just don't need to put logs in the corners because they're hidden. Alright. If I fly up... Yeah, that hole in the ground is pretty decently far away from everything. Ooh. Immediately hit the stone layer. Excellent. This hole is going to take a long time to do. part of it is because of the way it's going to be set up. Are you kidding me? Only 12 minutes in. Oh. Well, there's a water cave. That's gonna be annoying to deal with. Yeah, this is gonna be very annoying to deal with because I gotta empty it out. Although I could do just a little bit of cave diving. It's gonna be going deep, isn't it? Yo, what is this crash count? Jeez. Do beep beep do 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 beep do. I should probably bring down a spare bed. Bed. What the hell? Okay, we've reconnected. Again. Still kind of sad that no one's watching. Oh well. Just gonna keep digging. Let's grab these sticks real quick. Yoink. Dang it. I'm gonna be dealing with this water cave for the entire way down. Not the entire way, but a massive amount of the way. Okay, here... Huh. Less than I thought. Yeah. Ooh, we're gonna be getting a bit of copper. Build a copper chest up there. Sorted system, storage system. Alright, that's coming down. We go. Oh, come on, let me switch to my shovel. Yeah, I don't have any more shovels. I can craft another shovel. Oh wait, copper tools are a thing. How much better are copper tools than stone tools? They're not much better, right? Like, just enough that if I get some copper now, I should make copper tools, but not enough that I keep them. Like, I sustainably create copper tools. Well, commonly create copper tools. Is that right? Set up and cook it. Let's get all my copper. Oh. Right, leaf litter doesn't last forever. Let's create another furnace array. Oh, come on. Are we back? Please tell me we're back. I'm gonna say we are now back. Do need to make the basement, but that's for another day. So for now, just pop them here. Leaf litter, leaf litter, leaf litter, leaf litter. Cool, let's just wait for that copper to cook. The tree is like directly in the way of the view. Damn. Still have that big tree over there, so it wouldn't be awful if I destroyed this one. Wouldn't be the best either. Yeah, I'll make this. I'll make the switch to copper tools while I have the supply. Oh, Nautilus. Alrighty. Back down to mining. Damn, my wheat fields are gonna fully grow. I reckon they're gonna be like 90% grown next time I come back up. Okay, copper tools are marginally faster than stone. It's not impressive, but it is slightly better. What's the durability? 190 versus the 130-ish that stone pickaxes have? I mean, it's alright. Huh. We have not made it very far down. Oh well. Ooh, coal. Excellent. Copper tools can mine iron ore, right? They should be able to, since they're... I think they're at least the same tier as, stone. Are you kidding me? What is with the internet today? 6 crashes in 27 minutes? Damn, we've had a crash less than every 5 minutes. Are we back? People watching? Okay. Why 53? Okay, so we've just got 50 more blocks before we hit Deep Slate. That's gonna be fun. You know, I could make the game significantly more pretty by dropping to 12 chunks, going to shader packs, and turning on complementary. Because like this, we can easily track the time. The deeper we go, the easier it'll be for us to tell when it's middle of the day. Okay, 7 by 7, 14 plus 35, 49. So it's going to take 49 times longer to go down compared to 1 by 1 hole. But we also get 49 times more materials. Overall, it's kind of inefficient, but oh well. That's kind of the point of this hardcore world. We don't exactly care about overall efficiency. We just care about playing the game. Yep. I am a dwarf and I'm digging a hole. Diggy, diggy hole. Diggy, diggy hole. I am a dwarf and I'm digging a hole. Diggy, diggy hole. Digging a hole. Wow, my regularly scheduled stream, and it's the one with, so far, the lowest viewer count. It's lonely here. There's no one watching, which is sad, because I want friends. Can friends please appear? Please? I beg. I'll go down to the next platform. And a sight. Let's go. How full is my inventory? Very full. Do I have the inventory space to go to the next platform? Huh. I don't believe I do. Next platform is here. Okay, I don't have the inventory space to mine out this platform. Well, the level the platform is on. What? Oh, that is strange. Are we back? Have we returned? Please tell me if we've returned. I want to know if we have returned. Oh! Back at the surface. Let's go. Let's empty off my inventory. Yeah, that's like 50% done. Okay, there it is. It just takes a second to fade away. Oh. I don't need the boat. Pole can stay. I'm keeping the wood. Stone bricks don't need to come. I don't need the shears. I'm keeping the bed. There's the stairs. There we go. Great. My sun clock is no longer available because of the rain. Thank you, rain. Very helpful. Oh, a bit of granite. Yeah, why isn't it rendering? I'm not going to make the polished andesite and see if that fixes the issue. Yep. Nope, it is still gone. Do I have a resource pack that doesn't include it? That is so weird. There's just no polished andesite. Hello, eye doctor. How are you? Nice. Nope. Stream has actually been really empty for the last 40 minutes. Like, to the point... Like, there was literally... I'm pretty sure there's been literally no one for that entire time. Also in that 40 minutes, we've had 7 crashes. Ah, Raz is out? Okay. I was wondering why it wasn't responding to Discord. Yeah, it really is a lot of crashes. Okay. Okay. That's cool. Damn it, why is my throat so scratchy? Might need to do like a couple silent streams where I only reply to chat in text. I speak chat's tongue. I would get some stuff done, just not as much as I would if I spoke. Nope. Torch. There we go. I'm gonna jump back to the lots of crashes thing. I think part of the issue is because where, like, the modems and stuff are situated. Like, if I, oh, crap. We gotta crash again. Cool, are we back? Because that's number 8. Have we returned from crash number 8? Hello, we back? We crashed. Anyway, as I was saying, something that might help is... Yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, something that might help with the crashes is if I sort of essentially drill a hole through my wall and, so that, the signal from, my Wi-Fi modem can directly connect. Like, it has a direct line of sight. Because where my room is, it has no line of sight to any of the, modems in my house. So the signal has to go through at least one wall that, for some reason, I know for a fact, severely hampers the connection. Like, my room is kind of in a dead spot. Honestly, maybe. My internet just does not like me streaming. Oh yeah, when is the last time anyone has used copper tools in a Minecraft world. Like, when just starting out. Like, they go stone, they grab some copper, and then make copper tools and armor. Oh, you have? Because, to be honest, this is kind of the first time I've touched copper equipment. And, to be honest, I'd call it slightly better than stone. Like, the only thing that makes copper stand out from stone is the fact that you can make armor from copper. Where you can't do that with stone. Like, there is some minor durability buff. Like, there is... Like, it's minor, but there is a durability and speed buff for copper over stone. Okay. Yeah, normally I get myself equipped before building a base, because usually you want, like, iron tools before building a base, just for the raw increase, like, for the increase in speed alone. Like, the only reason I'm touching copper tools right now is because, well, this is the slow life hardcore world. We are really slowing down progression as much as possible. And that means dealing with copper tools for a bit. Oh, that kind of sucks that you're not successful with survival. Honestly, fair enough. I mean, bases do allow you to sort of have a safe zone to return to. Yeah. Like, it makes sense for the casual player to set up a base. I would not say I'm a true casual. Like, I'm not a competitive Minecraft player, but I'm definitely not a true casual. I'm just straight up just at that level of skill that you can't call me casual. Like, I'm not gonna claim I'm excellent at the game, but I do say I'm pretty damn good. Maybe, like, I don't know, 1 or 2 standard deviations away from the norm? Maybe? Okay. What should we set as, like, base average gameplay? What is up with the item rendering at the moment? Like, look at that. Invisible. Oh, dang it. That was a quick crash. Are we back? Yeah, it's invisible. Why is it invisible? Let me remove vanilla tweaks. Are we back from the crash? Have we returned? Have we returned? Hello? Hi, doctor? Are we back? Have we returned from the crash? Someone please say something. Oh. Okay. Hello? Hey, doctor? Are you there? Hello? Hello? Also, what the hell is going on? Okay, that fixed it, kind of. Right, okay, we're fully back. The hell was going on with my resource packs? I have no clue. Um, I was asking why items were appearing as nothing. Like, the item models were not appearing. Let's... Yep, nope, not open pack folder. Let's see if adding a resource pack breaks them. No. Okay, it's fixed. I am very confused. Anyway, I need to deposit all my stuff. Ooh. Hey, that looks like roughly 90% growth. Oh wow, the shrine kind of looks really good with shaders. Oh no, I want to keep those. Alright, let's look at the stone. Let's just refill all these real quick and go chuck the iron in. I have too much. If we pull out the map, see all the dark brown there? That's leaf litter. See everywhere that has no leaf litter, that is green from the grass? I have removed that leaf litter, and I stored it. I don't want all that leaf litter. Yep, it's because this was a forest biome. Let me start cooking up this copper. Just leave that to cook. Yep, this entire island, if I just use free cam for a second, was covered in trees. You can actually see my wood supply from deforesting the whole island. Like, this is all my logs of both oak and birch. And it's come from the entire, just the island. Don't worry, I will build tree farms. I just needed to secure the island. Yep, that's everything. Uh-oh. Okay. Oh. Um... Okay. Oh. Double.dat. Nope. Minecraft. Yes, I crashed again, sadly. Alrighty. We are going to be doing some shenanigans. Because I don't want to... I'm going to be real. I don't want to just restart the whole thing. Attributes. Zero. Confirm. Save. Okay. We're just not going to acknowledge this at all. Understood? Nothing happened. Got it? And that was a 34 drop. Can we agree that just nothing happened? This feels scummy. This genuinely feels scummy. I don't want to restart.
Why not make it survival?
No, I want this concept to be in hardcore. Okay, there's... My OBS chat wasn't properly loaded. You know what? This is the only time this has happened. This will be the only time this happens. Need to be able to accept when it's just over. So, yeah. We're just gonna say nothing happened. And when I die, that's it. We're just gonna say that I haven't died yet. I'm gonna make sure my chat's on my screen's fully up to date. Is my OBS chat just not updating? Or is... or if no one just sent any messages for a bit? Okay. Fair enough. We are at Y30. Well, Y32. But we're getting closer to the bottom of the world, to the point where I am going to probably have to switch to iron, if I don't want it to take it an eternity. This is the start of my mine. Like, I'm digging, in order to start the strip mine. My strip mine will probably span from probably near the bedrock layer to a fair bit up. Like, probably -50 to -30, probably. Like, that's... I'll have a set of tunnels along that whole thing. Well, here's the thing. Pretty much everything I want to get can be collected within that range. Other than coal. But with coal, we can just get charcoal instead, you know? Yeah, but most of them, do spawn in that -50 to -30 range. Actually, let me bring up an ore distribution chart real quick. Actually, I'm not going to because I've fully closed my browser and it's gonna really tank. It's just gonna reopen everything I had open, which is gonna be expensive in terms of internet. Also, the reason, the shaft is so wide is because in this gap here, I'm going to put water elevators. Probably a drop shaft and water elevator, actually. I think it's pretty much nighttime. Or is it morning? No, that's night. Just the shader glitch. Also, let me do something real quick. Let me pop out vanilla tweaks and chuck in that. Done. My Discord is open already. Nah, Discord is not too intensive. Anyway, have a look. 32x. texture pack. It's the Faithful pack. Oh, come on. There we go. Are we back? Have we returned? Has the stream recovered? Are we back? Might have to send a TTS just to make sure I hear it, because I always hear the TTSs.
You're back.
Nice. Huh. Anyway, what do we think of the 32X texture pack? Yeah, I pixelated in comparison. Very low res. It's the Faithful texture pack, which means it's basically the vanilla textures upscaled. Is it good enough? Is it good? Does it? Is it because, you, watched YouTubers that used them? Use something like this? There's a high chance you've watched old Minecraft YouTubers who've used, this pack at some point. Could also just be based off the programmer art, so the old textures. Yep, there goes that copper pick. You know what, I think I'm gonna keep this active for a little bit. Yeah, I got no invisible items, which is good. Oh, we should probably check out upstairs. Like a surface. And also, we should see how it interacts with the shader. Probably shouldn't do anything other than change, like, the shadows and stuff. Because shaders... I'm pretty sure a shader works after a texture. So, yeah, it does, because shaders need to reference textures. Hello, Doge! How are you? Alright. Time for me to unpack Doja's message. Tired? That sucks, dude. Crash? Oh, almost. Probably will. Stay concerned, it might still crash. Anyway, the long chat message. Character information on what? I cannot think of what you might be referring to with that. Doge? Oh, that's andesite. That looks pretty. Like, it looks pretty. Like, compared to what I'm used to. Ooh, copper looks good. Okay, it interacts fairly well. Makes sense. Okay. Hold on, let me just crafted you a couple new copper pickaxes. So, you started writing the other day. That's awesome. What are you, what kind of story are you writing? I'm assuming it's a story since you're talking about characters. Yeah, it definitely is a story. My brain is braining sometimes. Oof, that sucks. Hi, Doctor. There's nothing wrong with not being good at writing long stories. It's just... Actually, what? What am I... My brain is no longer functioning. Right, give me a second to just... I'm good now. So, Fantasy Doge, that is... Yeah, that's cool. That's also what I primarily do. I write, sort of sci-fi fantasy. At least that's kind of what I, want to start properly writing in. Excellent question. Yes, I'm good. It's just, brain is braining at the moment. So that's kind of difficult to answer, because I don't actually think, the sort of worlds I write in and the way the worlds are, I don't think it sort of fits in, like, just sci-fi or fantasy. Oh, damn, that's crazy. Let me refresh my chat on OBS and see if that helps. Try sending a message now. Okay, yeah, there is an enormous chat delay. But anyway, oh, hey, there's Eye Doctor's message of holy delay. Let's see if the delay has now at least somewhat disappeared. It got longer? Oh no. Anyway, I'm gonna kind of ramble on my stories. Like the stories I'm kind of writing, or at least the worlds in which they operate. And I'll see if you guys see if you can figure out what kind of category they belong in. So, blah, blah, blah. Like, the way I think of fantasy, well, at least magic systems, is that it's part of the laws of physics. Like, that much is brain-dead obvious. Because you can't have magic in a universe unless that universe already has magic in it. So it must be a part of the way that universe works. And because of that, science and technology would develop with that magic system. So let's say we have a magic system which has a energy resource, mana. That means that technology would be partially based around mana, regardless of whatever that technology is, because it would be a fundamental part of reality. Sort of like no, it would be one of the fundamental forces. Ooh, lapis. And because of that, it'd be like, it'd be unavoidable. Like, there'd always be mana in a machine, simply because it's a part of nature. But on top of that, it would change the interactions slightly. Because you can't have, how do I put it? You can't have, chemical reactions from our universe happen as they would in our universe, because there's more stuff that will affect the outcome of the chemical reaction. Sort of. Like, an idea that I'm thinking of, which comes from one of my story series, is, it's, part of this is it's significantly easier to store mana. Like, you can just store it in a small gem, and you can pull it out pretty easily at extremely high efficiencies. And because of this, it is actually easier to convert mana and to electricity, and back in order for storage than it is to directly store the electricity. Plus, you get a significantly better read on exactly how much energy you have. Also, wow, Faithful is it's a very good texture pack. So, like, if you were to make machinery, based around, like you use mana for making rotors, essentially. Like, you'd have, mana-based rotors. Let me refill all these real quick. Sorry, I've been distracted by chores around my base. And also how pretty the Faithful texture pack is. Like, what? So anyway, back to story. Part of the way I think it would work... Actually, I should keep the iron in case I encounter resources that require iron to mine them. Geez, crap, I lost my train of thought. You know what? I'm just gonna ramble on how one of the magic systems that I'm kind of deeply into works. Cause that may help a little bit. Let me also refresh my OBS chat and see if there's any new messages. Looks like nothing has been added. Yes, I often create world lore, and I am absolutely going to create stories around those worlds. I'd actually say I'm excellent at world building, but terrible at story writing. Like, I can't really write good character-driven stories. I can make excellent worlds, but not excellent characters. At least so far as I can tell. I'll be honest, I haven't really tested it or gotten feedback on either of those, so yeah. Oh, I need to make a new pickaxe. I'll only make 2 new copper. Oh, come on! No! Where can I chuck these? Where I won't see them for a while. Up here, I guess. Anyway, one of the magic systems I'm currently sort of working on, is a system that, closely resembles the, Atorian's Archives, magic system. In the sense of, some of the things you can do. Okay. Oh, that is honestly crappy. Well, it is a really good, story. Like, okay, I have 2, book series that I'm really into at the moment. One of them is Primal Hunter, and I like that one because of the world building. And I like Artorian's Archives because of the, characters in it. If you want to read Primal Hunter, which, like, it's pretty good, but I wouldn't say, like, if you're looking for a character-driven story, no, it's not that good. But if you're primarily looking at the world lore, it is excellent. Are you kidding me? Are we back? Have we returned? Are we back? Hello? Jeez. The sunlight only pours for a few seconds down here. Anyway, have we returned? Hello? Are we back? Oh, it's my... Yeah, my OBS chat is still working. Excellent. There's probably just a delay, which is exceedingly annoying. Oh, hey! We're almost at Y11. The old optimal.
Back FR, and no more lag in chat.
Nice! Anyway, the magic system in my world, it's based, primarily on Artorian's Archives. At least one side of it. Because the way the magic system, I'm thinking of works is it's pattern-based and intent-based. Now what this means is that, there's sort of two approaches you can take to generating effects using mana. The first is to essentially get the pattern of the effect and use that. So every time you cast that spell, if you get the pattern the same every time, the effect will be the exact same every time. So, like, let's say you want to basically shove someone backwards by a certain amount. If you have the pattern that generates it, if you have the pattern that generates that effect, that will happen. If the pattern is slightly different, that changes the effect. So if you mess up the pattern too badly, you will get something completely different from what you were trying to do. And if you mess it up slightly, but in a way, like, there's specific ways this works, but essentially completed patterns that generate effects when mana is pushed through them, those are runes. Like, especially if you carve it into something. Okay, so a saying you do with it, that would be incantations, and incantations would be a method of releasing and controlling mana. Like, one half of it is, like, if I were to make it kind of simple, half of the magic system is the nitty-gritty, put 1 unit of mana here, put 2 units here, whereas the other half is more philosophy-coded. So, I want to do this thing, and you just hand the idea to the mana, and it'll go off and form its own patterns to do it. If that makes sense. So either you can make the pattern, or you can get the mana to make the pattern. Okay, so first of all, incantations, I'd say they'd be a kind of, runic magic. It's not sentient. It's just... Okay, how do I want to properly describe it? Let me sort of construct it in the way the main character would sort of explain it. No, I wouldn't say that. So, yeah, I'm just gonna sort of ramble a bit. So, there's kind of, there's a few classifications of magic. These classifications of magic, are basically how you produce the effects you are trying to generate. So, how you cast spells. So the first method, and the method that is in primary usage in, my, story's world at the moment, is rune casting. Blah, 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 blah. I want to still be able to English properly, mouth. Rune casting is, well, basically, you form the rune with mana, and then you fuel it with more mana. And, well, I mean, it is the most precise kind of magic. However, it is the most nitty-gritty. So it is perfect for those math-minded people, and the people who who try to figure out the one perfect way to do stuff. So, rune casting, it allows you to very easily get complex effects, because, well, you're creating the runes directly, but again, it's also very hard to do because you need to know the runes. The second classification of magic is bending, and this is partly pulled from the Avatar: The Last Airbender universe, at least for some of the way bending is done. Bending is just elemental magic. So it uses the 6 primary affinities to generate effects. Now, people have some number of the primal affinities, which, well, some, I guess, proficiency in the primal affinities. Yeah, I just slept. This proficiency is mostly inborn, but it can also be determined... Well, how deep do I want to go with this? You know what? Let's go all in. So, the way your affinities are determined is essentially you align with the affinity. I should probably tell you what the affinities are. It's fire, water, earth, air, celestial, and infernal. Those 6 affinities are the prime affinities, and every single other affinity is made up of them. Just specific ratios of them. It's like holy water, that's easy, that's celestial and water. Affinity. Sort of that kind of thing. Bending is, well, it's just using the affinities you have access to generate effects. So, someone who's using firebending can only use fire effects, because, well, they only have the fire affinity. And someone who does waterbending only has a water affinity, because that's the only element they can bend. This gets a little complicated with people with more than one affinity. Basically, they have multiple bending styles, or they can learn multiple bending styles. Also, everyone has affinities. Rune casting just mostly ignores them because, well, the runes don't really need the affinities, and when they do, it's often automatically coded. Anyway, the third classification is what I call raw magic. Raw magic works with pure mana directly. So this is mana that either has no affinity or all of the affinities. Both are classified as pure mana because there's no inherent push. Like, it is all the affinities or none of the affinities, so there's no push from the affinities for the mana to want to naturally do anything. And raw magic is... It's sort of like a mix of bending and rune casting, in that you're working with pure mana, which is what rune casting works with, but you're using the similar techniques to benders, at least when it comes to manipulating the mana, in order to generate your effects. The fun part about raw magic is that it's where we find arcane affinities. Affinities where you define what it is, basically. And it's often very much based on your prime affinities. Does that kind of make sense so far? It's kind of a pause in my ramble. Nice! Oh, crap. Are we back from the crash? We back. Excellent. So, where this magic system ties in to the story is the main character, he's from our world. Like, I'm just gonna straight up say it. It's a isekai style story. So the main character, he wakes up in, this new world. I don't have a name for it yet, because I honestly haven't thought of making a name for it. But he wakes up in that world, and he has an... yeah, they kind of are. But he has an advantage because he's a science-minded person and has done more than a little bit of research into basic physics and chemistry, stuff like that. And as such, this gives him a much deeper understanding than most people. Because the world, it's mostly the same. Like, the laws of physics are pretty much identical. We're just adding in the magic system, which does affect some of the normal interactions, but by surprisingly little in most cases. So anyway, main character dude, he's incredibly good at magic once he figures out how to control mana, because no, it's actually 10 meters per second. Like, I'm just gonna temporarily call this Magic World. Magic World, it is slightly bigger, not by much, but just enough that it has a noticeable gravity difference. Which is what, 5%? Like, it has 5% higher gravity, I think. No, that's wrong, but yeah, it's 10 meters per second of gravity rather than 9.81. And oh wow, where'd my train of thought go? Oh yeah, the funniest part about the world is that the atmospheric density at sea level, it's the same. However, the atmosphere, the Kármán line, goes all the way up to 200 kilometers. And the atmosphere stays very consistent for most of that time. The reason it stays consistent is because mana is propping up the atmosphere. Like, the mana density drops, as you'd expect, but the air density doesn't start dropping until, like, 20 kilometers up. And even then, it's significantly slower than you'd expect, because it's being supported by mana. Yeah, I'm just gonna continue down. We will switch to Deep Slate. And so yeah, main character, yeah, it's sort of definitely medieval, like significantly medieval. Like, we're talking absolutely pre-industrial by a large margin. I reckon, I'm not actually sure where, but part of the reason they're less technologically advanced is because they've spent most of their research into figuring out how to better mages. Like, mages are already, well, magicians. Mage is a different classification in my system, but a magician, someone who uses magic, they already have a significantly higher understanding of the world, but that's because of philosophy, because of how well they understand affinities and stuff. But they don't have the understanding that, like, okay, there's an equation that tells you exactly how fast you're going to fall, or at least exactly how fast you're going to accelerate towards the ground. They don't have that kind of thing. So, more advanced on sort of natural philosophy without maths, but technologically still far behind. Sort of. Are you asking if the main character is human? Or like a human? Or the inhabitants of the world? Because yes, the inhabitants of the world are human. Like, fully human. Or at least some of them. We got all the fantasy species in there, like elves, dwarves, orcs, giants. I should probably flesh out which species are in there. But yeah, there are humans. Main character, no longer when he got isekai'd, he was not given a human body, despite originally being human. Anyway, yeah, in the story, he does industrialize the world a significant amount, because, he goes ahead and is like, you know what? Let's get people to space! That's gonna be fun! But that's definitely way in the distant future of the story. Like, we're talking way after. Okay, so it's sort of, think our laws of physics, just add mana. So in most cases, the things are identical. But in a few other cases, like significantly fewer cases, magic is heavily involved. And the reason this is because in order to have intentional control of mana, you need a soul. That is the prerequisite. Like, without a soul, you don't have, controlled magic. You can get, random magic, like random formations of magic, but you can't get something like, I don't know, a dragon breathing fire. Like, you know, like one of those big dragons flying around breathing fire. Something that would... yeah. Mana-specific formulas? Teleportation. Absolutely teleportation. Like, there's teleportation, self-propelled flight. Like, you just kind of lift off the earth and fly. That's a thing that's only possible using mana. What else? Because, like, mana, it's basically just, like, a form of energy that is significantly more controllable. But again, you have to have a soul. Like, if you don't have a soul, you just straight up can't really interact with mana at all. I don't know yet. That's why it's currently called Magic Planet. Which is the name I gave literally a few seconds ago, because I haven't thought of a name for the planet yet. So yeah. Yeah, I have put a decent amount of thought into the way the world works. Story, less so. Although I do have a few kind of key story points that I, am going to include. Like, to start with, main character, he wakes up in a forest. Just a random forest in the northern end of the continent, on the planet. So he has to survive for a significant amount of time just alone in the bush, basically. And the thing is, he's a science-minded guy. He ain't a bushcraft guy. So he has to figure out a lot of the bushcraft stuff. Like, in order to survive. He does have the advantage of being very good, like, he doesn't easily die just by existing. Like, it's difficult to kill him intentionally, and the environment just struggles already. Like, he doesn't really need shelter. Like, it's not that he's strong-willed, it's just that his new body is that resistant to environmental damage. Well, just damage in general. Jeez, I need to get better at enunciating my words. Like, his new body is so resistant to, like, I'll take one of the, oh crap. We'll get back to it when we're back from the crash. Have we returned from the crash? Hello, are we back? Have we returned? Are we back? Please say we're back. It'd be so nice to know if we're back. Are we back? Hello? No, is chat delayed by a significant amount again? That would suck. How much durability? 250. Anyway, are we back? Hello? Oh no, might have to TTS, because that one comes through... I know for a fact TTS comes through very quick. We're going to bask in the sun. Yes, we are back. Excellent. Kind of? Oh no. Damn, look how little time we can spend in the sun down here. Jeez. Oh, that's weird. Try reloading stream. Like, try reloading Twitch. That might help. I should have enough iron to get to the correct Y levels. Anyway, are you still here, Doge? Because I kind of want to keep rambling about my stories. Hello? I have 4 more pickaxes worth of iron. Hello? Anyone there? Welcome to the wonderful world of madness.
I'm here.
Excellent. Yeah, so, okay, back to the story. Main character kind of has an advantage, because one of the biggest killers out in the wild is, temperature. And he's just... he doesn't feel it. Like, his body, it already operates at such a high temperature that he has to use a lot of magic just to keep it, from destroying his surroundings. Like, his surface temperature, without intervention, sits at nearly 5,000 degrees. So, a cold night, all that does is make him feel slightly chill. Hello, Razza! Oh no, he can't hear me. No! Yeah, so yeah, the body of my main character is so, like, it is such a high temperature that, a cold night does nothing but make it easier for him to survive. Like, he can easily stand naked in Antarctica and just not give a damn. Just because he's already at such a high temperature that any cooling is... Yeah, he doesn't care. Why would he care about a helpful thing? Anyway, I'm probably emphasizing that point too much. Wow, where was that ramble coming from, and where is it going now? That is an iron vein! I'm pretty sure. No, wait, it's too big. Sag. Okay, are you asking with or without intervention? Because without intervention, it is in the thousands of degrees. And that's when he's basically hibernating. He's still like 2000 degrees when he's basically hibernating. Like, without intervention. Oh, no. I dropped it. Okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing. This is without intervention. His body naturally comes with an incredible coolant system. Like, he spends a lot of mana just to stay at around 20 degrees Celsius. Like, he sits at a body temperature that if you feel it, you'd swear he was too cold. But that's because he may as well keep going. Not really, because, here's the thing. The high temperatures generate a lot of mana. And the best part is, it's already very close to the, mana he needs to stay cool. So, part of the high temperatures go back into keeping him cool. Like, he spends most of the mana he gains from, being extremely hot into keeping himself cool. Because, he mostly just keeps his surface cold, because his body operates optimally at those extremely high temperatures. Like, he is not just... Like, he's not those extremely high temperatures... Alright, Razza, see you later. Like, he's not, those extremely high temperatures just because he produces a lot of waste heat. He's partly those high temperatures, because that is the optimal temperature his body operates at. Well, here's the thing, how do I explain this? He doesn't generate the energy. The energy just sort of bleeds off the processes, like, his cellular processes. Like, his metabolism already generates mana, because that's just how the world works. Mana bleeds from, most physical processes. Not a lot of mana, but a little bit, you know? And because his cells operate, at such high activity and produce so much waste heat, there's just a lot of runoff mana. And most of that runoff gets redirected into, cooling down his surface so that he can, be a functional living organism without destroying the world around him, just by existing. And that's because... Oh, crap. Crash. We have a crash. Crash counter goes up. Yep, there's a crash, which is sad. It's so sad when it crashes. hath we returned from the crash? Oh geez, look at on-screen chat. It just cycled so much. We are back. Excellent. Okay. I'm gonna sort of pick a random point and start rambling there instead of trying to figure out where I was. So... What do I want to talk about in this world? Oh yeah, a very special material that the main character discovers. Mithril silk. The primary ingredients are mithril, dragon scale, and silk from basically what are magic spiders. Giant magic spiders. And the fun part about mithril silk is that it is basically indestructible. It's basically one of the most potent materials. My brain just farted. It absolutely is. Like, it is stronger than mithril. More resistant, magic resistant than dragon scale. If you make it like that. And it's also just, it's just generally a good material. But the best part about it is that, with mithril silk, you can make cloth with it. Like, and the way you do that is you just change the ratio of the primary ingredients. So if it's mostly mithril, you will get, an incredibly potent metal, ingots of incredibly potent metal, that are best, like, they're still excellent for most, situations, but it's best when working against physical stuff. If you have more dragon scale than mithril, then it will work best for magic applications. And if you have more silk than dragon scale or mithril, you will get mithril silk thread, which can be turned into cloth, which, depending on the ratio of mithril to dragon scale, will have those kinds of properties. So if you want ingots of mithril silk, you want to have less, like, you don't want silk to be dominating if you don't want mithril silk thread. But yeah, the properties are primarily determined by the mithril and dragon scale, the ratios between them. And when it comes to, like, making armor and stuff, you still want a mixture of, solid mithril silk as well as mithril silk cloth, because, well, blunt force trauma. You don't want to exactly... You don't want cloth against a hammer. Because, yeah, you'll probably... Like, you'll take less damage, but it's nothing compared to plate armor. Deep. Yeah, like, with cloth armor, even if it's mithril silk, it'll reduce the damage, but it won't reduce it by much. Yeah, I shouldn't do that. But, one of the best properties of mithril silk... Oh, that's a mine shaft. Sorry, I got distracted so much. Okay. Okay, yeah, retreat? Oh, we got a mega vein of iron. We just sort of follow it. And hey, easy access to a mine shaft. So back to what I was talking about. Mithril Silk. One of the best properties of it is, if you make it right, infusing it with mana after it's been made can amplify, the properties, again, depending on how it's made. So if you make it a certain way, if you infuse it with mana, you can make an incredibly strong, material. Like, you could make a thread that is strong enough, but light enough that you can make a space elevator without too much difficulty. Or at least make the cable for a space elevator without too much difficulty. I should probably tell you part of how Mithril Silk is made. And this is also where, the main character's pretty much immunity to temperature differentials comes in. Mithril Silk requires temperatures, near close to what you'd find on the surface of the sun to produce. So, purely because, if you don't have temperatures that high, the mana will not properly bind to the materials. Because you gotta pour in... Are you kidding me? Are we back? Have we returned from the crash? Are we back? Hello? Have we returned? Here can we have? Have we come back? Hello? Excellent, we back. Nice. So yeah, as I was saying, in order to produce Mithril Silk, you need to pour in so much mana that, basically, cold materials just can't hold that much. Like, the materials will be broken down by the sheer amount of mana unless they are high enough temperature that the mana binds to the materials. Like, on its own. Because it... Like, I haven't fleshed out how this interaction works, but essentially, at incredibly high temperatures, like thousands of degrees high, mana does this weird thing where it sort of gets sucked up into, molecules and increases the binding strength in them. So, in order to produce Mithril Silk, you need to have the materials, bind properly, but you also need to put in so much mana that that the mana needs to become part of the binding. Like, you need the mana to bind the material in order to in order to provide enough mana to the material to get Mithril Silk at the end. But the issue is the more mana you put in, the harder it is to put more in. So, and at high temperatures, mana automatically condenses into molecular structures and strengthens them. So, yeah, that's kind of how it works. I've probably just kind of rambled, and that probably didn't make the most sense. We're at negative 18! Let's go! We're getting closer to the bottom of the world. You know what? I'm going to do something incredibly stupid and risky. Just gonna... First of all, light up all this. Oh yeah, that's probably Mega Iron Vein. Aha! No, that's just a bit of iron. Yeah, this is a Mega Iron Vein over here. Maybe? Did it just get... No, it wasn't. It was just a big ore blob. Oh, no. It probably is a Mega Vein. Alright, hi, Mr. Creeper. Yeah, back off. Okay. That's something dangerous. Oh, wait. I'm not going to be getting observers until... Holy f... Yeah, I'm not getting observers till Nether. Like, that's where we get the first observers. Oh no, it might have just been a big iron vein. Oh well. Oh. Yeah, the light's coming down ever so slowly. Well, I guess we keep digging down. Okay, I have at least 7 full pickaxes in my inventory. That's absolutely enough to get all the way down to bedrock, or at least close to, well, where I want to start mining. Should I go all the way down this stream? Well, we're at negative 19. When did we hit deep slate level? All the way up here. At Y8. I think we started... We started at the surface. Which is, what, 60? I'm gonna say 65. So... I'm going to say 60 blocks down of stone. So 5 down to negative 18. And we'll say that Deep Slate is 50% longer. Plus, okay, this is negative 18, well, 18 plus 18 plus 5, 23. 23 times 1.5. So 94 equivalent units in, I'm going to say 2 hours, 10 minutes. So that is 130 divided by 94.5. So it's taken us roughly 1 minute and I'm going to say roughly a minute and 15. No, not a minute 15. More like a minute 20. Roughly a minute 20 per layer on average. And we got to go down another 30-ish blocks. So another half hour. Roughly. And that's a rough estimate, so we could get down quicker or may take longer. Yeah, another half hour is doable. We'll get down to the bottom by the 3-hour mark. Mining away. Pretty sure I have enough stairs to get all the way down. I reckon the moment I find diamonds, I'm going to make a pickaxe. Because it's just going to be a speed increase and also 1500 durability. Compared to an iron pickaxe is 250. So, yeah. Higher speed, and it'll have the durability to last until I can make an enchantment table. Yep. If I'm lucky enough to encounter diamonds in my, in the shaft. Correction, if I'm lucky enough to find enough diamonds. If I find 5 diamonds, I'm immediately going to head back up to the surface and make an enchanting table. I'm pretty sure I have the resources on hand to be able to do that. Oh, there's a crash. Are we back? We back. Yeah, I really need to do something about the internet. About my internet. This is kind of getting obscene. Oh, hey, shader glitch. Need to head upstairs soon. Empty out my inventory, you know? Ooh. Shader and 32x texture pack makes water pretty. Come on, it's night, ain't it? No, it isn't. Oh, it is. Alright, let's go empty my inventory. And also put the iron on smelt. Is anyone feeling dizzy yet? Oh, hey, my fields are all fully grown. That's cool. Uh-oh, I may need more chests. Never mind, I have enough chests. um... Eh. Oh, wait, I'm hungry. Oh wait, Apple Skin is using the... Apple Skin doesn't borrow from the texture pack. Understood. Alright, where is it? Let me... There we go. Turn off the shaders to see the water. Well, 3 iron picks, and I may as well make an iron axe. Also, that's gonna be a feature in the final mineshaft. Oh, I don't think I actually talked about this, even though I thought it. I think I'm gonna end stream when we either reach the target Y level or hit 20 crashes. Whichever comes first. So if we get unlucky with crashes, we could be still like, I don't know, 20 blocks above the target. It's unlikely, but it's possible. Probable? Possible? Yes. Pickaxe 1. I'm so tempted to just back out. and just sort of back out and just look at the majesty of the hole from outside. Negative 25, let's go. Oh, it's raining. Grr, rain, we don't like you. Where's the diamonds? Oh, hey. Yeah, I put a torch up there. Why is it so dark? Probably because of the rain. Okay. Negative 27. Alright. Just 20-ish blocks to go. Yeah, my current set of iron pickaxes should get me all the way down. Oh no. Are we back? Are we back? We back! Nice. Also, I've only just seen the message of it's like the sky is just fog now. Diggy, diggy, ho. Just realized I can just use my water to push items over here. There it is. There it goes. Negative 30. Let's go. 20 blocks to go. I might need more iron picks. I don't think that's a mega vein. Nah, looks like it's just a blob of tough. Just checking something. I think the target is negative 50. So about 5 blocks above bedrock. Hello? Wait, I just realized I only need 4 diamonds because we have one up at base. Which means I can leave those for later. That there. Yep, it won't reach the torch. Alright, time to make a diamond pick, grab some obsidian, and make an enchantment table. I'm almost certain I have all the required resources to make the enchantment table. So let me take off the shaders. I'm going to keep the texture pack, but take out the shaders. Yeah, the 32 by 32, it really is just vanilla Minecraft. I'm using the Faithful pack. I don't know if I've told you guys yet. Right, let me... I'm gonna need more chests. Book. Yeah, we're gonna stick to level 1 enchants for now. Diamond pick. Alright. Now, there was fire over here. And where there's fire, there's lava. Okay, I did mention that. Okay, good. Okay, yeah. Alrighty. Bam! Fire. I kind of wish regular fire, generated smoke. That would make it really, really easy to locate fire. Like, if regular fire emitted smoke, like campfires, that'd make it really easy to locate. Ooh. Lava and obsidian look really good. Ooh, I wonder how the enchantment table will look. Hello, doggo! It's an aggressive doggo. Don't Thank you, game. Yeah, don't use the iron pickaxe for obsidian. Alrighty. Oh. Yep. Wild wolves always leave a trail of mutton behind them. Minecraft just doesn't really do ecology. In order to do ecology, the mobs would have to reproduce on their own. But the design philosophy of Minecraft means that won't happen. Things happen because the player makes them happen. So you just can't get proper ecology in Minecraft. It's designed out of the game. The game is fundamentally not designed for it. Anyway, we have an enchantment table. There is Crash 19. Are we back? Risk efficiency too. It didn't work that well. Sads. Well, we didn't get fortune, so oh well. Excellent, we are back. Geez, that is a long fall. Anyway, back to mining. We only have one crash left in order to get all the way down to -50, so we might be ending stream before we get down. Also, 20 crashes in not even 3 hours. That is kind of crazy. Like, a little more than 2.5 hours. We've had horrendous internet luck this stream. Yeah, follower count is going good. We got a new person at some point, which is awesome. And it's weird that the sound alert didn't pop up. The alert didn't pop up. Yeah, I know, I didn't notice either. Which means they either joined off stream. Yeah, since there's no alert, they probably joined either off stream or... Actually, that's probably what happened. They joined off stream. Maybe. It's definitely possible. Oh wow, look at my FPS. Yeah, it is possible that the sound alert just failed. But I don't think so. Also, again, look at my FPS. Holy frames. That is a ridiculous amount. I mean, I am still at 12 chunks. 24 chunk will tank it down to around the... What? It's still sitting at the high 200s, near 300s? Well, I mean, we are in a hole in the ground, so if I fly up, that'll probably tank FPS. Yeah, here we go. Yep, there it is. There we go. Underground is just really efficient. Probably because of how many blocks are obscured. Actually, how does... rendering work? I haven't actually looked deep into how rendering engines work, but I'm willing to bet it's something along the lines of, like, for rasterization, it's something along the lines of, basically get a pixel and just go out from that pixel and see what the first thing you hit is, and draw that to the screen. Like, with a bit of extra in there for, like, in the corners, you can tell it's a little bit darker. There's a little extra to account for that. And also, like, angle and light level, all that jazz. But otherwise, it's probably, just pretty much get this pixel, look forward, and see what's going on. See what the first thing you hit is. Well, we're at negative 35. We've got 15 more blocks to go. Or 15 more blocks down. Yep. Let us pray to the internet gods that we won't get a crash. Well, tough will be faster to mine through. Wait. My shield is higher resolution. Damn. Yeah, not free cam. Damn. Sorry, I can't get distracted by how pretty this all is. We gotta mine down another 14 blocks before a crash. Ah, yes, look at all this stuff. It's going to be so much faster to dig out than deep slate. You know what? We have a stupid amount of durability on the diamond pick. Plus efficiency too. May as well use it. Oh, a cave. Interesting. Mining away. I'm gonna be real. I'm kind of surprised we hit diamonds. Diamonds are pretty damn rare. So the fact that we hit a diamond vein that high up in a 7x7 hole, that's pretty cool. Like, that's actually pretty damn cool. Yeah. Hold on, I need to refresh my OBS chat. Now we're stuck on just deep slate. We've been slowed. No. Oh, there's a lava pool down there. That looks indistinguishable from vanilla Minecraft from this distance. For a second I thought that might be part of a iron mega vein, but it's unlikely. Damn, am I getting fast at partly building this? Oh, come on. Full inventory, no. Bad timing. There we go. Sorry, just needed to put a cache up here. Ooh, 3 blocks to go. We are so close. Doesn't cleanly align with a platform. No. Oh well, I guess we just have to go down till it does align with the platform. Because we don't want to be above -50. Absolutely not. Going above is... it'd be worse than going below. At least with below, we get slightly more options. And we don't even have to go that far, like it's just another 2 layers. Yeah, it is literally just 2 more layers. We overshoot by 1 Y level. And I can't say it's that bad. But hey, we made it all the way down before a crash. That is good. That is a major success in my eyes. Well, I say no crash, but I really mean before we run out of... before we hit the 20th crash. Alright, time to climb. To be honest, it'd probably be faster to climb up the stairs and then go place water at the top. Let me just place some here as a safety net. Oh. Right. Now we can just sprint swim all the way up. And that's at least less dizzying than the stairs. Time to nap under the stars. There we go. We now have the water channels up and down. And honestly, I think that's a good time to call it quits. So we are going to stare up there and switch to the stream end. Because I'm going to call that the end of stream. Oh no, we about to crash. Oh my gosh, we just barely didn't crash. I'm gonna do this quick in case it actually does crash. So, hope everyone enjoyed stream. Sorry about the absurd number of crashes. A VOD will be up on my YouTube as always. And I will see you guys tomorrow for another daily stream, because I still have that time. Anyway, have a nice day. Bye!